Welcome to Homa Bay. Welcome to Lake Primary School. This is where my journey in life actually began. Now, there's so many people who've been asking me, Jalas, are you from Siaya or from Homa Bay? Now, let me tell you, and let's have this done once and for all. I was actually not born and bred here, born and bred in Siaya, our home. But then, born in Siaya, but bred in Homa Bay. My whole life is actually about Homa Bay. This is where I call home. I know a lot about Homa Bay more than I know about my home in Siaya, because later my family moved back in the village where my mom is. But this is Lake Primary School, where the journey began. Lake Primary School, PO Box 217, Homa Bay. Now, there's a lot that has changed. There's a lot that has changed inside here. First, we never even used to have a gate here. The gate used to be down the other end. But then now, with a lot of things changing, Lake Primary School at least have a gate. Now, the worst thing is that they even changed our motto. It never used to be Lake Primary School, aspire to excel. It used to be Lake Primary School, make better best. That is the motto that I knew. Now, guys, I came to Lake Primary School. This is where it all began. Class 1, class 2, class 3. When I got to class 4, my auntie Felgona told me that she wanted me to go to school in Kitale. So I went in class 4 in a primary school in Kitale called Lohuna Primary School. For those of you from Kitale, near Boma, Lohuna Primary School, near the slaughterhouse, that is where I went in class 4. Then I came back again to Lake Primary School, where I did my KCPE. But this is where the journey begins. I want to walk you guys in. There's a lot that has changed. There's a lot of improvement. But let's walk in. Let's walk in. Now, guys, this used to be class 1. This used to be class 1. This building was never there. I'm being told that this is now the staff room and the office. But this building, this is where class 1 was. And all this was mud buildings. Yani nyumba ya matope tupu. Lake Primary has really improved. This is what we call improvement. So it used to be class 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Class 5 used to be down there. So, you see now this is class 8 and it used to be class 1. Eh? Wow. Guys, this is how we used to sit. These are the desks. These are the desks, how the desks used to look. Wow. Wow. This is class 8 now. And class 8 is always meant to be the best. So, this used to be my class 1. This is where it all began. I've seen it's now class 8R. Class 8R. Class 8Y. Yes. The whole of this used to be buildings made of mud. Nyumba ya matope. The office never used to be here. This office used to be over there, and this was the assembly, I see. Wow. The flag post is still here. Ah! The flag post. So it is still just a pole. So this is where the flag comes in. I used to be a scout. Said, come, school at ease, at ease, come. Now there's one class I want to show you that has never changed. This class has not changed. is a class where we sat for our KCPE. So when I sat for KCPE in 1997, the cutoff mark then, the top marks was 700, not like size 500. I scored 442. I was lucky because of the quota system. You know how quota system used to work? People from poor backgrounds, poor schools would be called if you have performed well. I'd actually performed very, very well. 442 wasn't bad. But our top student that time was called Dedi Maganga. Dedi Maganga, rest in peace, my brother. From then we had Daniel Nyandega. We had amazing people performed very well, who scored above, I think above 600. I was at 442 and the quotas got me a chance. And I was even surprised when I got that Maseno school letter. And by the time my dad was putting up money all together, my chance had already gone. But that is a story for another day. I'll leave to tell it another day. So I missed that chance. And I went to my first high school, that was Jalango Secondary School, PO Box 14 Nyamonyi, where later I left up Form 1 to join my brother George in Nyangoma Boys. George later dropped out in Form 2 so that I could continue in school. That is because my dad could not pay for both of us. So he dropped out so that I could go to school. And this is where it all began. And I was so lucky that during all that time I went to school without issues. Dad would pay school fees with almost anything. Mahindi, nini, saa zingine pesa. Come. So this used to be class 8. Yes, this used to be class 8. This used to be class 5-4 from that end. So this is where, actually this room is where I sat for my KCPE. And this is how the desks used to be. So on the day of KCP, you would be told to scrub everything. The desk would look really clean and neat. Then right here you'd write your index number. I can still remember was 7042 something 007. I was index 7. So this is the room where I sat my KCPE. So many years have gone and a lot have really changed. But so it's life. And this floor never used to be like this. See, there's a bit of improvement here. This is what we call improvement. And this is how life used to be. And this is Lake Primary School, where everything used to happen. So behind here, this is the field. This is where we used to play all the games. And I still think it is the field. What is happening here? This never used to be here. This is now the ECD. This is the nursery school now. But I did not go to nursery here. I went to a nursery school called St. Paul's Kafada, then moved to Asego Hill Nursery School. Yeah, because I was expelled in nursery. Yeah. So this is it, man. All these toilets never used to be there. We only used to have this one toilet here. This one here. This used to be the toilet. This used to be the toilet. Wow. All this one not there. So we only used to have this one here. This was the toilet. Wow. This was the toilet. Then I want to tell you a story of this fence. In this fence, there used to be a woman who used to sell uji. May her soul rest in peace, Madam Sona. So all of us at break time would run and come down. And if you had money, you'd get your mandazi and uji. You get your mandazi and uji. And everybody would be there. Sona, Sona, Sona. You can imagine one person being called by like 400 pupils. Sona, Sona, nyuka, nyuka, nyuka is uji in Luo. Nyuka mandasi, and uji. Wow. But this is where it all began. But things have really changed. Our main Water Lake Primary School used to be known for was actually music. We were big in music. We were big in football. We actually produced one of the top Harambee Stars players, Tilen Oguta. He actually was in this school. Tilen Oguta was is an alumni of this school for Harambee Stars. Then our rivalry used to be Asego, Homa Bay, and Makongeni Primary School. That is where the rivalry used to be. But Lake Primary School was always the best. Then definitely we had the top academies. We had definitely Sango Academy. For those of you who've grown in Homa Bay, that used to be the best school where the best performance used to be. And here, fun enough, we were contented and everything used to look good. We didn't have shoes, and few people used to have shoes, but there was never competition because we were in this small little heaven of ours that we used to call our own, and that is how we actually made it. So anytime you ask Jalas, where is Lake Primary School? This is Lake Primary School, guys. This is where I went to school. This is where it all began. This is KSSP funded project. The other one is CDF. So this is where the journey began. And the journey keeps going on. And I'm happy that I'm able to come back here and tell you guys a story about where it all began. I hope this short video about my primary school inspires you. Him who is out there and thinking that, you know what, you started from somewhere and things are not looking good. If we started here, look at how we are right now. Look at how the journey is right now. And definitely, this journey continues and it is never stopping. More story on Jalango TV. This is Bonga na Jalas. This is from Lake Primary School, my primary school. P.O. Box 217. Make better best. We are out.